Hello everyone. Today we're going to make one of my absolute favorite dishes, tomato soup. I make this almost every week. Trust me, this will not be the normal tomato soup that you know of. This is a very special type of Chinese soup called Geng. Geng is a type of soup that's thickened at the end with cornstarch. This soup is very good either as an appetizer or to be served with noodles as a main meal. Tomatoes have lots of health benefits, including lowering the risk of heart disease and cancer, not to mention all the minerals and vitamins, as well as dietary fiber. On top of that, this is super easy to make and takes no time at all. So let's get started. First, boil a medium pot of water at about 2-inch deep. You'll see why in a second. Then we're going to start with our protagonist. Wash and clean 8 tomatoes. Then we'll need to remove the skins. To do that, the trick is to cut across at the bottom of a tomato. Now quickly do it to all of them, then blanch it for about 50 seconds in freshly boiled water, flame off. After, you take them out of the hot water, the skin will start to shrivel. Do that for all the tomatoes. Now, we'll remove their skin. You can see how easily they come off. Once they're all peeled, we'll cut them into wedges and remove the stem. The way I do it is to first cut it in half from the bottom, but at an angle, so the stem will only be on one of the halves, as you can see here. I like my soup to have bigger tomato chunks. If you prefer tomato bits, you can also dice them further into cubes. Use extra caution whilst you are cutting tomatoes because they're very slippery. You don't need to get the tomatoes redder than they already are. And trust me, this is the only tedious step. After this, it's all a breeze. Start by boiling 850 ml of water. This time, make sure you use a larger pot so that it can accommodate all our ingredients. Then pour in the tomatoes. Lid on. On the side, we'll start prepping our ingredients. We have shiitake mushrooms, prawns, firm tofu, eggs, spring onions, red chili peppers, and cornstarch. Begin with mincing the red chili pepper and put them into the pot straight away. Avoid touching the chopped chilies as they can burn your skin. Then I have the mushroom sliced, tofu cut into pieces, and spring onions chopped. This is what we've got so far. Now I'll also beat the eggs, as well as dissolving the cornstarch in water. It took me about 15 minutes to get all these ingredients prepared. The tomatoes in the pot should be quite soft now. At this point, we're pretty much done and just need to add in ingredients accordingly, based on their cook time. First, I'll put in the mushrooms, then followed by my secret ingredient, frozen homemade dumplings. Since I'm not using any stock, the meat in the dumplings will help to add in some umami flavor. I didn't film this, but I actually poked some holes in the dumplings once they were thawed in a pot to allow the meat juice to leak out into the soup. I'll show you how to make these amazing dumplings in the future. Close the lid and let it cook for 6 minutes. 6 minutes later, add in the tofu. The packaged tofu from the supermarket is cooked and ready to eat. I'm just bringing them back up to temperature. Close the lid again. As soon as it comes back to a boil, add in the prawns, which will take about 2 minutes. Then we'll start swirling the pot as we pour in the beaten eggs. You'll see these beautiful sheets of egg start to form. Then we'll add in a teaspoon of salt, as well as the spring onions. Look at the beautiful colors. Mix it around. Finally, give the whitewash a quick stir as it might have settled. In it go, and you'll see the soup thickens right away. Stir the soup around and switch off the flame as soon as it comes back to boil. Right before serving, I'm going to add an obscene amount of Tabasco. Yes, I mean it. As well as apple cider vinegar. Make sure you only add them in right before serving, because their flavors tend to get destroyed in high heat. I love my tomato soup to have a kick to it, with spiciness and sourness. Adjust the amount to your liking. To bring it to another level, add in a healthy portion of sesame oil. Blimey, I can't wait to eat this. I'm serving mine over some noodles and imitation crab meat. Start with the soup. I love the sourness and spiciness. Now let me grab some noodles. The noodles go perfectly with the soup. It is so appetizing. Needless to say, I already know my homemade chive dumplings are amazing. This is a super easy recipe and absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious. I hope you'll give my favorite dish a try. Until next time, it's not nearly spicy enough. In you go, Tabasco.